Perfect. All right, we're doing an early show tonight, you guys. Doing an early show, y'all. Some dope news out, so I wanted to come on and speak with everybody. Just let me get everything situated. Want to get all my promo tips right. Want to get everything going on this end. Give everybody a second to log in. Rallo sent out a message today that I want to get into, you guys. Free Rallo. He's actually going to be going up. He's actually going to be going up before the judge in just a few days. So I want to speak on that tonight because Ralo put out a new message. But also, man, Wack 100 dug into Meek Mill, you guys. Like he went back into the Drake issues. He spoke about the Expensive Pain album, the low sales. I guess Wack is considering them low sales. Talking about a couple different things in regard to the album. We'll get into all of that tonight, you guys. Everybody hit that like button on the way in. That's right. We got 15 people in here right now. So everybody hit that like button. Everybody share this video. You know what I mean? Going a little bit early tonight. I appreciate everybody tapping in early. I'm just rolling up a little something while we get situated and set up for the show. We got a couple different topics tonight. Whack 100 like going in on Meek Mill, calling him a D-list artist. Actually, going as far to call Meek Mill a D-list artist, I think that's pretty disrespectful. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty disrespectful. But before I start going off on what list of an artist I think Meek Mill is, you know what I mean? We'll just wait till we get into the topic in full, to actually address it. What up, King Lee? Appreciate you for tapping in. Hulk Strong, definitely appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody hit that like button on the way in, y'all. Hit the like button. Got a couple topics tonight, man. I'm about to roll something up so we can get this show started properly. Perfect. I already got some Dutch broken up, so it looks like we're ready to go. About to shoot this message over to Twiz, so we can get my co-host SV Twiz in here tonight. Everybody go ahead and share this video. Starting a little bit early, you know what I mean? We're going to give you guys a couple different topics tonight. I'm going to roll something up. While we get ready to go. Hit the like button, drop a comment. I appreciate everybody tapping in. I wanted to go a little bit early tonight just so we can, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, actually, probably about an hour, because a couple topics that I wanted to touch on before we actually do the Little Durk album review. You know what I'm saying? So this is actually going to have to come before that, man. It's just a matter of, placement. Little Durk's album is going to be the next album that I actually review. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to what everybody thinks about that as well. I appreciate everybody that tapped in last night for the exclusive watch along that I did with Twiz. We actually did a full watch along for one of my last interviews. One of my last interviews with Cassidy, actually. So that was a great watch along, man. I feel like everybody had a lot of fun in there. Kingley says they've been squashed, they beef. Not just that. I don't know why guys let females break up their friendship. Well, I mean, that's honestly that's one of the biggest common occurrences in the world, man. Guys getting into it or girls getting into it over their, significant others. It's a pretty common thing. You know what I mean? We actually saw Drake and Chris Brown almost do a little bit of tangling over all that. We also, you know what I mean? We also saw them do almost saw them do a little bit of tangling over that. Let's see. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm gonna need a little bit more weed for this blunt, obviously. Yo, how about Rallo, you guys? How about Rallo? He got locked up in April 2000 of 2018. So he's been in jail going on 4 years, just under 4 years in jail, you guys. I'm hoping he actually comes home. I'm hoping he comes home. You're like, I'm hoping there's no more questions, no more questions asked. I'm hoping he just comes home. I feel like Rallo's actually done enough time. I feel like Rallo's actually done enough time in jail, you guys. You know, he got locked up for 4 years now, just a month shy of 4 years. And actually, you know, the laws have started to change all over the country in regard to, you know, marijuana. You know, a few years back, I had read something, not a few years, but a year back, I had read something along the lines of what Ralo was doing was actually legal in 36 different states. You know what I mean? So there's a lot that's working in, you know, Ralo's favor. So I'm hoping that he's able to, you know, get this victory. And the date is March 15th, you guys. The date is actually March 15th. So just a couple days from now, that Rallo is going to step into a courtroom in the first time in a while, from what he said, and actually get a chance to face these charges. And we'll have to see what, you know, happens that day. You know, we'll have to see what happens that day, because it might work out in his favor with all the laws changing and shit like that. You know, somebody might say this is ridiculous. This man needs to be out of jail. Maybe they'll let him go right then and there. I don't really know how all that works, but you know, my prayers are high for Rallo coming home that day, you guys. He actually dropped a message, y'all. Rallo actually dropped a message on his Instagram page. He had dropped one a few weeks back in regard to his date, in regard to the date of his trial. But now he's posted a new message. So I'm going to go over that tonight. Rallo's actually remembering getting locked up on the jet, you know, because the rumor was that Rallo had stepped out of the jet and he saw all the feds pulling up, and he actually closed the doors. That was the rumors of it. Let's see, hold on. All right. Um, Buffalo, what's popping with you, man? Oh shit, I'm about rolled up right here, actually. Excuse me, you guys. My bad. Have to roll up. Second, let me just change this shit right over. Boom. And let me get this shit rolled up, y'all. My bad. I'm leaving this blunt sitting. Free Rallo, though. Damn it. Free Rallo. 2 days, man. 2 days until we know what's going to happen to Rallo. I'm hoping he gets to come home. I'm hoping he gets a date. However it works out, man. However it works out. Whether he comes home on the spot or if Rallo actually gets a date to come home. I don't really know how it's going to work out, you guys. Oh, shit. That did not look good. Let me find a lighter. Damn, no lighter in sight. I got to get this blunt lit. Don't you leave. I was just messing with y'all. Salute, 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 salute. Nah, I just came on here to holla at y'all real quick. I just came on here to holla at y'all, man. You know who it is. I'm the host, Mikey T, the movie star. There's a couple things to talk about tonight, y'all, because we got to talk about Rallo. That's for sure. We have to talk about Rallo, Fam Goon 1017. But we've also got to talk about Meek Mill. Wack 100 bringing up the old Meek Mill and Drake beef, man, and really slamming him, man. Really violating him, like put him in his place over this whole situation to a certain extent, almost to the point where it's like, damn. So this guy was just on Drink Champs talking about Meek, still on Clubhouse talking about Meek. I don't know what's going to happen with this one, you guys. I mean, we did a poll a couple days ago, if you don't remember, where the potential of a boxing match with Wack 100 and Meek Mill was put up in the chat. I think that's actually, now that I remember, that's actually what DJ EFN suggested. That's actually what EFN suggested. Great suggestion from Nori's co-host on Drink Champs. Share this video, y'all. Hit that like button. We got some interesting topics to speak on tonight. An official message from Rallo himself. A message that Rallo posted on his Instagram, you guys. I'm going to be going over that tonight a little bit. Rallo's he's going into court in 2 days, actually, you guys. Rallo's actually going to court in 2 days, so he's going to have an opportunity to come home, I think, or he's at least going to have an opportunity to find out what's going on with his case, because he's just been sitting. He's just been sitting, you know what I mean, for quite some time now. It's actually not right, in my opinion. The fact that all the marijuana laws have drastically changed. Even the fact that a lot of these new, you probably read about it. A lot of the new marijuana businesses, they're letting the people that were convicted of marijuana offenses actually take part in starting, opening businesses like that. So I really don't see what danger this guy Rallo possesses to the community, even if he wanted to transport a bunch of chronic on a plane. You know what I mean? That's something that people are doing now. The fact that Rallo, the only reason I want to say that Rallo hasn't been out of jail this whole time is because he didn't have millions on top of millions of dollars to fight this case. And when I say millions on top of millions, guys, I mean tens of millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Enough money to where you could have just got continuances to the point where we would be where we are today, and the law would change, and then you'd go to court and poof, your charge would be gone. Some people have the luxury of getting a continuance along those lines. What's going on? We got Canada. Toronto is in the building tonight. Schizo, what's popping with you, fam? Appreciate everybody tapping in. Wack 100, he basically brought up some facts, some statistics about Meek Mill and Drake's relationship. He brought up a few statistics in regard to when Meek Mill puts out music on his own, and in regard to when Meek Mill puts out music with Drake. You know, it's kind of odd because just a few days ago, Wack 100 was also comparing the stats between DaBaby. He was comparing DaBaby's stats at over 1 billion streams, you guys. DaBaby stats are really hard to argue with. But now we're talking about stats of Meek Mill on his own and Meek Mill with Drake. You know, a couple different stats right there. Appreciate everybody for sharing this video, hitting that like button. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Couple topics tonight. You know, Wack 100 was speaking on Meek and Drake. And, you know, I really wasn't in the forefront. I was behind the camera when Meek Mill and Drake's whole situation went off. So I never really got the opportunity to comment on it so much. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was talking to my guy Twiz today, and he had told me, he was like, yo, if Wack 100 is going to bring this up on Clubhouse or whatever platform that he's on, he's making it relevant again. Wack 100 is the one who brought up the line, is it a world tour or is it your girls tour? Regardless of the fact of whose tour it is, the information that I remember about those tours back then is that Meek Mill was making along the lines of $90,000 a show. Meek Mill was making almost $100,000 a show on that tour. So I really don't think anybody can call the credibility of that tour into question. You know what I mean? Was it G Unit's tour? Was it 50 Cent's tour? Or was it the Game's tour? You know what I mean? Like, the Game was just on Drink Champs talking about how 50 Cent was making $2 million off of a tour and then busting that. He was keeping 1.5 and then busting down 500,000 for each member. Now, if we're talking 125 for each of the G Unit members, that is some money, you guys, because we got Banks, Buck, Game, Yayo. Yayo might have been locked up. Let me think. Was he locked? He might have been locked up, but they were still putting money to the side for Yayo. Everybody share this video, man. Tapia says Dirk is lit. Louis Peasy's in the building. Major salute to you. West Virginia's up in here tonight. We got some shit to talk about, man. We got some shit to talk about, y'all. So let's get into this message from Rallo, though, you guys. Rallo posted on his Instagram. You know I'm a big Rallo fan, y'all. Y'all know I was tapped in with Rallo actually before he had signed with Gucci Mane. I was following his shit. You know what I mean? I was really eager to see where he went with his career. And, you know, he started working with some of the best. You know, we saw Rallo work with NBA Youngboy, and we saw Rallo work with Little Dirk, and we saw him work with Little Baby. He worked with all of these guys, y'all. Rallo was on top of it. He had a whole project with Future. You know what I mean? He had a whole album with Future that Future told him to break it down. Take these bricks and break them down, like 50 Cent said in that one song. Oh, no, that was Young Buck's part of the lyric. So Rallo sent out a message. We all know Rallo's been locked up. He's been locked up since April of 2018. So we're going on 4 years. Rallo said, next week will be one of the most important weeks of my life. When I got locked up on the jet, I thought I was never coming home. So, wow, that's just crazy to read right there. So the man got locked up. He had like 500 P's. And I'm not talking about keeping it P, but you're definitely keeping it P if you got 500 of them. But he had 500 P's on the plane, on the jet, and he just thought it was over. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that scene where you know, Scarface, Tony Montana, he's sort of you know, they have him when he's with all the millions of dollars and he's laundering all the money, and they're like, we got you here with this. You're definitely going to jail. You know, they kind of had him in the worst type of a moment. But fast forward 5 years, marijuana isn't that big of a deal. Marijuana isn't really that bad of a thing. It might even actually be federally legalized within the next year. But I don't know if that means everybody that has been charged with marijuana related crimes comes home. I'm not too sure about those types of things. Would sentences stand? Would sentences be defaulted? You know what I mean? Obviously, we've seen what Rallo has been going through, you guys. Rallo has been going through a lot of shit. He actually had signatures from Meek Mill, he had signatures from Drake, all to actually get him pardoned by the new president, Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Ock shit, pop shit, Larry Woods. I appreciate ock shit, pop shit. 12 can't stop shit. Yeah, that's right. Appreciate you for tuning in. Fam Goon, Finch Bars in the building, smoking on that cherry punch. Okay, cherry punch. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you haven't already, guys. You know, I appreciate everybody tapping in. So right now I'm reading the message from Ralo. He said, next week will be one of the most important weeks of my life. When I got locked up on the jet, I thought I was never coming home. I seen my son's face in a visit behind the glass. That shit hurt my soul. We together need to fight for the freedom of all the real ones that's behind these walls. Buy some merch at famericanews.com. Famericanews.com, everyone, to support me in the cause. Hashtag free Rallo. Hashtag stay solid. Hashtag good vibes. Hashtag keep faith. Hashtag BLM. Hashtag MLM. Hashtag ock shit pop shit. Wow. Rallo, man, sending an inspiration message from behind the walls, y'all. You know, if you do consider buying some merch from Rallo at famericanews.com, just know that it will go towards the right place. It's all going towards helping Rallo's situation. And I know there's a lot of us out there that do want to help Rallo's situation. I know there's a lot of us that still Google and YouTube Rallo or listen to his projects every day or have kept up with the various releases that he's made since he's been incarcerated. So Rallo is actually going to court on the 15th of March, and we're gonna have to keep our prayers up for him. I'm hoping for a speedy return home. Obviously, he's been locked up now for going on 4 calendars. So he's been locked up going on 4 calendar years, you guys. And it's all over something that we all smoke on an everyday basis. I mean, there's people running dispensaries in almost all the states now who are, ordering 100 pounds of marijuana, and they're ordering 200 pounds of marijuana. You know what I mean? You see different stuff like that, but I'm not going to get too far into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to get into that. I'm happy with the ways that the laws have begun to change, from back in the day when a lot of us are growing up, but all of us were born in different years. So all of us have faced different types of struggles when it comes to marijuana. You know what I mean? As odd as that sound, we're all going through some shit when everybody else is just smoking cigarettes and they've never gone through a thing in their life over that, aside from the effects, obviously. That's one thing you always got to take into consideration. You know what I mean? You got to try to curb whatever you do, whether it's the nicotine or even if it's the marijuana. I mean, shit, if I would just be smoking chronic all day if that was the case, you know what I mean? I just have a big ass Bob Marley pile right here, but that's another story. Tapia says Dirk's interview on $1 million worth of game, 2.4 million. Oh yeah, I had to hit Gilly the Kid about that shit. I hit the bro Gilly. I was like, yo, bro, do you realize 70,000 plus people were watching your shit at one time? Like, that is just mind blowing. You know what I mean? Not mind blowing in the sense that, oh, Never would have thought Gilly and Wallow could do it. No, that's not the case. It's mind-blowing because it's happening, because they put their idea into motion and they've made their dream come true, man. You know? Yo, 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 what's poppin', Chase Moolah? I appreciate you for tapping in. I was actually just reading the the message that Ralo posted on his Instagram. I actually just got back excuse me, I actually just got done reading the post that Rallo put out there. He's going to court in a few days. What up, what up, what up, Chris John, Prince of New Jersey? What's popping with you, bro? Brandon, what up, Brandon? He said he had that Boston George type of weed. Rallo was the truth. Yeah, Rallo was the man, yo. Rallo was the man. Finch Bar, thank you for tapping in tonight. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Okay, Crown Heights kid. Salute, salute, Crown Heights. What it look like, Mikey from Crown Heights, Crooklyn. Brooklyn is in the building, y'all. Excuse me, Crooklyn. You know, I appreciate you tapping in, man. Got a lot of love for Crown Heights. I actually did some work with Mike Shorey in Crown Heights. Major salute to Mike Shorey from the record Baby with Fabulous. Baby. Shit was dope, man. Really appreciated the opportunity so early in my career, getting invited out to Crown Heights to do some work. Salute to my brother. It's Matic. Wax, AP, what is popping? I appreciate you for tapping in. Just about to get into the second topic. You know, the second topic's a little bit serious. You know what I mean? Wack 100 going at Meek Mill. EFN already suggested the celebrity boxing match. You know what I mean? I think that would be fun as a spectator. You know what I mean? But also you got to take into consideration like the differences between these guys, the age difference. You know what I mean? Like, do we really need to see that? Do we really need Meek is also at the height of his career, despite what Wack 100 says. And we're gonna touch into all that as well. What up, what up, what up, Mr. BC? 954 Broward County checking in. Chase Moolah says, free Rallo, first rapper to buy his projects for his hood to live rent free. Facts. Straight facts in the building. What up, what up, what up, man? Appreciate you, man. Straight facts also said, Meek Mill gives me a headache if I listen to him for a minute. Yeah, I'm not going to deny reading out comments, you guys. I'm not going to deny reading out the comments. You know what I mean? We got to really play this thing fair. You know what I mean? I'm not going to try to be sugarcoating shit. I'm not going to put out one positive message. But I'm not going to be putting anything out there that's too crazy. You know what I mean? I'll never do that. I will never do that. You know what I mean? But if somebody has one opinion and somebody has another, yeah, I'm going to put both those opinions out there. There ain't nothing wrong with somebody, you know, voicing some shit. Then the dude's like, yo, but Mike E.T., he just said his head starts to hurt from listening to Meek Mill. It was kind of a grievance about the way that Meek be yelling on the tracks. Personally, I like it. You know what I mean? I've turned up many times to Meek Mill in many nightclubs, also in the whip, also at home. You know what I mean? You can listen to Meek Mill pretty much in any setting. Just my opinion. You know what I mean? Now, when Wack 100 says something like, oh, Meek Mill is a D-list artist. Oh, Meek Mill is having low record sales. He's having low record sales based on an album that he's saying Meek spent 4 to 5 million on. Where's the facts behind that? Where's the facts behind Meek Mill spending $4 to $5 million on the Expensive Pain album? It wasn't in the artwork, I'll tell you that much. They didn't do an elaborate photo shoot like back in the day when Rick Ross put Triple C's together and they got the custom cars and cycles. They got a bunch of Harleys and they did a whole major photo shoot. Meek Mill just took a drawing that he pretty much got criticized over. That's what I mean, you guys, by saying both sides of the fence. Because I'll talk about Meek Mill doing the cover, which I thought was like a little bit lackluster, but also he got criticized over the cover, like majorly. Like he caught a lot of public scrutiny over that cover. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm just not seeing where Wack 100 is thinking that the major budgeting for this album came into play. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like how when Suge Knight said he spent $5 million on Snoop Dogg's trial. You know what I mean? And then Wack 100 said that that wasn't the case. I'm gonna bring it up right now. I want to see Expensive Pain, Meek Mill. I want to see the track list. I want to see the producers. I want to see what they spent $4 to $5 million on. Let's see, producers. Cardo, Fuse, Nick Papes, Austin Powers, Boy Wonder on the Kid Ink assisted record with ASAP Ferg called Me. Vinny, Vinyls. Dougie on the beat, who's from Philly as well. Salute Dougie on the beat. Austin Powers again, 30 Rock, Paperboy. Let's see the features. What does he got? Kanye West on this album or something? What does he got? 50 on the album? I'm wondering. He's got Little Uzi Vert, who probably signed off on that. He's got Young Thug on, who probably signed off on that. He's got Moneybagg Yo. They probably did a trade. He's got Little Baby. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Where's the budget? Where's the $4 to $5 million for this? Like, just to throw out numbers like that to put together an album. I didn't see Little Dirk featured on Expensive Pain. Oh, excuse me. Sharing locations, obviously. Little Dirk and Little Baby. So let's see the commercial performance. Expensive Pain debuted at number 3, earning 95,000 albums sold. That was 10,000 in pure album sales in its first week. Now, just based on what we've been reading in the last few days, you guys, if you remember when we were reading the numbers based on NBA YoungBoy selling 79,000, only 2,000 of those were actual album sales. Little Dirk, only 2,000 of those or whatever were actual album sales. Meek Mill, we've got 10,000 pure 10,000 pure album sales here, you guys, and 95,000 overall. So I'm not really getting where Wack 100 says that Meek Mill can't compete with NBA YoungBoy and with Little Dirk and with DaBaby. Those units, first of all, DaBaby has never moved as many units as Meek Mill in his first week. Let's just call it. Let's be real. Lamont Smith says the album was solid. Yeah, and I feel like the album was actually kind of hot-shotted. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like they hot-shotted the album, just to be 100% honest with you. They dropped it October 1st, 2021. Obviously, I think it had been a little bit of a little minute before Meek had dropped an album before that. Championships, I want to say, came in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I'm going to have that actual date for you right now because that's what we do here. Wow, I'm wrong. Championships came in 2018. So we had a 3-year window. But now let me read these sales off for anybody who might be listening that actually, doesn't know what the sales were. Meek Mill's sales for championships was 229,000. 229,000 sales, you guys. 229,000. Little Dirk, DaBaby, NBA YoungBoy, they've never done these sales. The Game has not done those sales since 2008. The Game had not done the oh, no, I might be wrong on that because actually the Red Nation album actually moved over 200,000 first week. Let me pull up the date on the Red album, excuse me, the single was called Red Nation with Lil Wayne, right? Yep, Red Nation. I think Lil Wayne was on that, right? Which is dope. What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Pretty much going over these sales that Wack 100's talking about tonight. We read off a message that Ralo posted on his Instagram. Wack 100 basically saying that Meek Mill is not in Little Dirk, Little Baby, or Da Baby's league. So let me get here. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? So the Red album actually debuted with 98,000 first week. So that's not good. That's not good. So yeah, the Game actually has not done Meek Mill numbers since 2008. So I'm just pointing that out there. I don't know like if nobody knows that or something, but Meek Mill is actually doing numbers. Yo, what up, Young Dig? Appreciate you for tapping in. Yeah, y'all. Wack 100 went in on Meek Mill. Basically, took it back to the whole Drake beef. Took it back to Meek Mill has never had his own tour, saying all types of shit like that. You guys, we're gonna get into it, man. I just wanted to come on here and talk to everybody tonight. So he said that Meek Mill is a perception dude, because he's really a D-list artist. He's an artist that never sold any units. He is an artist that never headlined his own tour. An artist that never headlined his own tour, he's saying. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, as far as the selling units, I think I just dispelled that. In 2018, Meek Mill sold 229,000 units, you guys. For 1 week. 1 week, Meek Mill sold 229,000. That was in 2018, you guys. So I really don't think the fact that his new album, Expensive Pain, which to me didn't have the same push as Championships, that album didn't have the same push as Championships. That album was more of a, what do you call it? A mixtape, a project. As Drizzy would say, a playlist. And you know what, man? I don't think someone like Drake is the type of person who would say, all right, I'm going to go work with Meek Mill to show him how cool things would be if he was alongside me. I just don't think Drake operates like that. And to insinuate that shit, man, you know what I mean? It's like, wow, do you even really know Drake? Because when I met Drake, Drake introduced himself like, hello, gentlemen. How are you doing, gentlemen? You know what I mean? Like on some really, really proper shit, some really respectful shit. We were right alongside Rick Ross. And Drake still introduced himself to all three of us that were standing there. So that tells me a lot. That tells me a lot about somebody's character. A lot of the times, somebody who sees you by Rick Ross doesn't know who you are. You're not DJ Khaled. You're not Mario. You're not Scott Storch. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, you would think that person wouldn't say a word to you. Not Drake. So I don't think Drake came back. Like, wow, he's really misunderstood about this whole situation with Drake and Meek Mill. The whole situation is that Meek Mill jumped the gun on Drake. That was the whole situation. Meek Mill felt disrespected and started dissing Drake. Drake never wanted to make Meek Mill feel like less of a man. He didn't want to make Meek Mill feel like that. Like, nah, man, they were homies. Drake didn't ever want to diss Meek. That's why he sent him that record to make the album. The record that Meek was kind of tight about. Sent him the record so it could actually make the album. And we're not even talking about Amen right now. That was their smash record together. But let's just be honest about that situation, man. Drake is too rich to give a shit about, trying to make people feel a certain way about him, yo. Like, especially Meek Mill, somebody why do you think he reaches out to guys like Meek Mill, guys like The Game, and jumps on The Game's record, clears it for his album? He doesn't do that type of shit to make those artists think that he's God. He's not on that type of shit. Like, I don't even know why, uh, Wack would insinuate that that's the type of shit that Drake would be on, man. Like, that is the lowest of the lows when you get to somebody's actual character. Like, so I don't think Drake is like that. I've actually met Drake, you know what I mean? To the point he came and introduced himself to me, you know what I mean? Um, he didn't have to do that. Drake could have been snob. He could have been a snob. You know what I mean? He could have been on some snob shit like what that would be if Drake actually went to work with Meek just to show him what life was like around him. Like, oh, I'm going to show Meek what life is like for Drake. But I don't think Drake is working like that, man. I really just don't think that's how he operates. Mac Nation says every rapper has his or her time. Meek Mill had his run after the 6ix9ine thing. He's been dug underground. After the 6ix9ine thing, Mac Nation, I don't really think that actually played a part whatsoever in Meek Mill's credibility. I really just don't think that played a part whatsoever in it. Wack had said that anytime you spend 4 to 5 million on a project and you sell 80,000 first week, it lets you know what it is. Now, I do think the projections for Expensive Pain was actually 80,000. I do remember those projections. From what I just read, though, the album sold nearly 100,000 units. So those projections were wrong. And just like I said, the projections for the Baby and NBA YoungBoy could be off by 20,000. They could have moved 50,000. Projections could be off by a few or, in favor by a few more than they actually are. No, MT. I do not have any chapstick. Would you please never waste a time in my stream to ask that again, bro? We are talking about shit that is much further than that, man. I don't know what you got going on over there, in your life. But over here, we're on a higher level. We're on a higher level of living over here, y'all. You know what I mean? We're talking about real facts. We're digging into real, history on this channel. So please don't waste our time with those insignificant comments, because when people comment on this channel, we actually come in and add to the conversation. That's why I'm the guy that actually clicks on the comments, responds to the comments, interacts with all of your thoughts. So please, let us be with that bullshit. And you also just cost us 11 live viewers. Lucky I don't hit you with that block. Yeah, Bama. It's live, man. What can you do? We're live, baby. You know what I mean? We're live, baby. That's just how it goes sometimes. So after taking shots at the Expensive Pain album, he got into the Drake beef. Obviously, the Drake beef, that's like the Achilles heel of Meek Mill. You know what I mean? That's like Meek Mill's weakness. He said that's why Drake killed him. Is that your tour or your girl's tour? Let's talk about it. That shit's real. What's he doing? He's stepping out and he's saying, Meek Mill, you're talking about some shit because you're not on any of those dudes' level. So what's he doing? He's stepping out and saying some shit. And so Meek talking about these other artists, talking about Lil Baby, talking about Dirk, talking about, first of all, Meek Mill is the artist that actually worked with these guys. You know what I mean? These are actually Meek Mill's colleagues in the music industry. Wack 100's artist, The Game, he isn't really as cool with these guys so much. You know what I mean? He isn't really cool with those guys. Meek Mill is more in tune with the younger generation. Sorry, guys. Mac Nation says, seems like the controversy drives drives interest in listening to these records. But if your controversy isn't in your favor of winning, you may lose a fan or two because you appear weak. Now, in regard to that, bro, a lot of people could go listen to Meek Mill's projects now based on what Wack is saying, and they could say, yo, Wack is crazy. Wack is 100% wrong. Meek Mill's music is fire. Or they could say, damn, Wack is right. Meek Mill really isn't in the same lane as the Little Dirks, as the Little Babies. You know what I mean? So it's either way. You can really take it either way. But either way, in this industry, that drives up the streams. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about this day and age. It's like Wack was saying in regard to the music. When you hear something on the radio, it's getting on the radio actually helps. Getting on the radio helps because if somebody hears your shit on the radio, they don't have to wait for it to come back on the radio. They can go in their phone, they can find your song, and then they can start streaming it themselves. They can actually start streaming it themselves. Brandon says Wack is mad that none of his artists are really popping like Meek. Well, I mean, who did he have? Who does Wack really have as artist? I guess he has a group that Jim Jones actually just did a record with. I'm not really familiar with them. He actually has he had Ray J, but in all reality, when Ray J dropped his biggest album in 2008, they never followed up on it. When Ray J actually did an album with the Sexy Can I record, Ray J hasn't dropped an album since then that I know about, at least. I think that one was called Radiation. And that goes right into what you're saying, Mac, because when you mention the name of something, now people are like, oh shit, the old Ray J album was called Radiation. Maybe I'll tap in and actually speak on that. Maybe I'll tap in and actually listen to that shit. Let me bring my bro SV Twiz in right now. SV Twiz, what's popping, man?
Salute, Mikey T. What's good, bro? Salute. Shout
Yeah.
out to the chat, man.
Yeah, somebody was actually saying right here, Brandon was saying Wack is mad that none of his artists are really popping like Meek. Now, Twiz, when Wack 100 just recently took credit for putting together the Sexy Can I record with Ray J and Young Berg. You probably remember that record. It actually released on both Young Berg and Ray J's albums.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yep. So it was actually a secondary single for Young Berg, who actually had the Sexy Lady record. Remember the Sexy Lady?
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah, I
nice.
remember that.
Obviously, I guess kind of a bigger record than Sexy Can I, but Sexy Can I came out and they did the whole Ja Rule, J Lo, I'm Real thing where it went on both their albums.
Okay.
So Ray J's album Radiation comes out. It's his biggest successful album to date. I think he sold like 249,000 units first week.
Damn.
But then he never came out with another album since 2008, Twiz.
Yeah, he definitely ain't come out with another album. I know he do other things besides music, but as far as like music wise, yeah, like you know what I'm saying, he been MIA on the music tip.
Yeah, so yeah, Radiation. Oh, hold on one second. Let me see if it was Radiation. Excuse me, it was not Radiation, guys. It was actually the album called All I Feel. And this album actually, let me see. I thought I had the sales here. Let me see if I could find the set. Thought I had the sales here somewhere. I had looked it up. But yeah, I was just pretty much saying, like, after that, why didn't Wack 100 follow up with Ray J? And you know what I mean, and actually make him one of the biggest R&B singers.
I don't think Wack got that type of skill to make somebody big. Like, I mean, he used his relationships and things of that nature, but you know, I don't really see you know, him being as important as he say he is to the industry, bro. Like, you wasn't even hearing about Wack 100 back then, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know a lot of managers they play the cut and all of that, bro. But like, he ain't really do like no. I don't has is there a witness? I mean, can anybody witness an artist life that he changed? I mean, maybe Blueface, but we see where his
Twiz, Blueface, if you dropped Tatiana, Twiz,
mhm.
you would be the next big artist.
True, true, but I'm just saying, like, as far as him even dealing with an artist that nobody knew about before he dealt with him, like I can say Blueface is probably the only one.
Mr. BC, appreciate you for tapping in. So, yo, you're gonna be going off then tonight, man. So Wack said, on this clubhouse, with our boy, Big Chuck. I'm not sure if it was actually in his clubhouse, but salute to our boy Big Chuck.
Definitely a clout chaser.
So Wack said, I just told y'all about a week ago. I just told y'all about Meek Mill a week ago. Meek Mill is a perception dude because he's really like a D-list artist. He's an artist that never sold any units. He's an artist that never headlined his own tour. Now, before we get into the tour thing, man, he's just off base and wrong saying that Meek Mill has never sold any units, Twiz.
Facts, man. It's like he out of pocket for that. Like he discrediting. That's like, you know, people could discredit game besides his little, him coming back with Kanye and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Artists, bro, you're not going to stay lit through every generation. We can't take away from what Meek did. Like Meek was one of them guys in the industry around the world. Like everybody was dumping Meek, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man, it's just a little bit nuts right there. Calling him a D-list artist. What list artist is Meek Mill, Twiz?
Um, he damn sure ain't the D-list artist. Um, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to say
Um,
he's an A-list artist.
yeah, definitely,
He's
definitely.
without a doubt an A-list artist.
He'd have to definitely be in the A-list boat because it's like even when things is going wrong, he relevant, bro. You know what I'm saying? His name is always in whack mouth for a reason, bro. Like
Even when he's in jail, Twiz, he is relevant.
exactly,
The man is in
exactly,
jail, he's relevant. The man, you know
exactly.
what I mean? Like they he got his situation with T.I., you know what I mean? He was beginning to get relevant. He lost the situation with T.I., he remained relevant. He got to deal with Rick Ross, and then he shot through the roof, man. And I put him right there with the game,
Facts.
even though Meek never sold 500,000 first week. Meek Mill has actually sold 250,000 in a week. Um, in 2018, Twiz, Meek Mill sold 229,000 units in 1 week for championships. Do you want to know when
Facts.
the last time the game sold over 200,000 units in a week?
What when he was with 50?
When he dropped LAX, his third album, it sold
Okay.
226,000 units in 2008. 10
Damn.
years. You know what I mean?
Damn.
I just don't know where Whack 100 is going with this. Like I've said over and
Hmm.
over again, Twiz, this was if Meek Mill's people reached out to end the beef with the game, which I don't see why they wouldn't. Whack 100 should have begun to put together a single with Game and Meek Mill for Drillmatic, or shit, if they've already got enough for Drillmatic, make it for Drillmatic too.
True. Like I just don't understand why he poke at Meek so much. That's just what I don't really understand it, bro. Like it don't make no sense. Even with like the when Meek and Game went back and forth, like bro, nobody wasn't talking about no Whack 100. It was between Meek and Game. Like Whack
Yep.
threw himself in the middle of that and acting like he orchestrating a lot. Like I even saw on the Drink Champs John where he was talking about Yeah, I talked to Beans and I told him watch your back when you go there. Like, dude, like bro, like he really know what's going on. There's no way you gonna find out nothing that happened from anybody from Philly, bro, unless you got somebody from Philly that's telling you that. You know what I mean? What you think somebody from the Dream Chasers going to talk to Wack and be like, you know what? Well, we doing this, we doing that. Like, come on, bro. Like he you know what I'm saying? Wack just out of pocket, bro.
So Wack continued on. He said, it's the perception of what he does and the people that he's around that gives him the persona that he has. Anytime you spend 4 to 5 million on a project and you sell 80,000 the first week, it lets you know what it is. Now, let me just clarify there, Twiz. He's talking about expensive pain.
Hmm.
Expensive Pain actually sold 95,000 units in 1 week. The first week projections were 80,000, so it went up 15,000. And just so you know, 10,000 of those 95,000 were actually pure album sales.
Yeah, that's fire.
But Whack 100 is here saying that Meek Mill spent $4 to $5 million on the Expensive Pain album. That doesn't really, I don't really think that's accurate. What do you think about that?
I mean, he just probably shooting from the hip, man. You know, he gonna do anything to make him look bad, bro. That's what people like Wack do, bro. Like he just going to try to discredit Meek as much as possible, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like, bro, we talking about Meek, man. I feel like a Meek got a lot of backlash because he fed into a lot of things that he shouldn't have fed into. As far as like going back and forth with certain people over the internet, but
Yep, I could think
all
of two.
but then you got a lot of artists. Look at Game, bro. Like we got Game on camera, you know what I'm saying, fighting and doing stuff like that. So it's like they still human beings at the end of the day. But I feel like Wack probably got an issue with Meek because he probably wanted to do some business with him once upon a time, and Meek probably, spun him. That's what that sound like to me. Like Meek was probably putting him off, like, yeah, I got you, and
Yep.
it's like a deeper issue with Meek, bro. Like, cause he don't talk about no artist as much as he talk about Meek, bro. Meek don't even be saying stuff half the time, bro. This dude continue to go in on Meek.
After taking shots at Expensive Pain, Wack got into the Drake beef. As I said before you
Hmm.
tapped in, Twiz, the Drake beef is kind of like Meek's like Achilles heel. It's what
Hmm.
everybody goes to when they beef with Meek Mill. It's sort of like, with the game, how everybody goes to the change of heart situation
Hmm.
where he's on the change of heart show that was on like the UPN network or whatever uh television station that was back then. He said that's why Drake killed him. Is that your tour or your girl tour? He said, let's talk about it. That's real shit. Um, why is that real shit? Why is he saying that's real shit, Twiz? What does that mean when he says, is that your tour or your girl tour? Let's talk about it. That's real shit. How is that real shit? One, Meek Mill was making like from the rumor I heard was $90,000 per tour date on that
Hmm.
tour. But Twiz, why is this quote unquote real shit?
Because that was just a strategic move that Drake used because it was already floating through the internet where they was trying to make it like when he was dealing with Nicki that boosted his stock. But we can say that with like Jay-Z and Beyonce too. You know what I mean? It's just like, he one of the few artists that, actually had that title. You know what I mean? You got somebody like Drake that was in the same group as Nicki Minaj, and he was always flirting with her and things of that, but nothing, ever came of them. So that was just a strategic move, bro. Like we not gonna act like Meek wasn't lit before him and Nicki Minaj started. Like he was more lit before they was together. It's like, once he was with her, it's like, yeah, he
I think
was, bro.
I think after Meek and Nicki broke up, he definitely got bigger. But when Meek first linked up with Nicki, he was not as rich, it didn't seem.
when Meek first came to MMG, he had the world going crazy. The same anthem that they play when the Eagles and them come out and behind the locker room and the Sixers, the hold up, wait a minute. It wasn't no Nicki, him and Nicki then. You know what I mean? When everybody was driving around listening to Meek, you know what I'm saying? That was before Nicki. By the time he got to Nicki, he was already looked at as a superstar. You know what I mean? Like that just added like icing on the cake right there. So I'm just saying, like it ain't like he had a struggling career and then he got with Nicki and then he took off. I'm not gonna say,
Right. No, that's not what it
yeah,
was whatsoever. You know what I mean?
definitely, but that's how a lot of people try to make it. You know what I mean? Where they threw the Nicki stuff in there and all of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Little Dirk was saying about, his relationship, like how, after he settled down in his relationship, he realized he needed to start getting money in order. I kind of feel
Facts,
like it was similar to that. Like before that, Meek was spending a lot of his money on his homies, a lot of money on
facts,
different shit, just doing crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But after that,
facts.
kind of buckled down. But yo, you're gonna love this because Wack sort of got into how Meek has been commenting on, I guess, NBA YoungBoy, Little Dirk, the baby, all the situations going on. He say, what's he doing now? What he's doing now, he's stepping out saying, Meek, you talking about some other shit because you're not on any of these dudes' level. And he's saying this in regard to Little Dirk and NBA YoungBoy and even the baby. What do you make of Wack 100 saying that Meek isn't on these guys' level, Twiz?
These is the generation that came up right under Meek. These guys looked up to Meek coming in the game. We not going to trip. Them dudes will be mentioning Meek before they would mention game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
Real rap, Brandon.
And let's just be real, man. I'm just gonna be 100% honest, man. I haven't really started bringing up all the statistics we have
Hmm.
before in the past, Twiz. None of those three artists, Little Dirk, NBA YoungBoy, DaBaby, they have never sold as many units as Meek Mill. Like I'm just being real.
Facts. And I remember like when Meek was dropping and all that, he came towards where like everything was getting switched over to downloads and all of that, bro. Like Meek was definitely, I can't discredit his career, bro, because Meek career was Meek by himself. The game is like the biggest artist that I look at that Wack had. And to me, like the whole world was introduced to game with him and 50 features, where we talking about 50 had it on Smash. You know what I mean? Like 50 had it lit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Meek could drop something by himself. He ain't had to be on every feature with Rick Ross. Like
Right.
he was bombing stuff by himself, bro. And he had a flow that nobody was used to
And
at the time.
let's be honest, man. When you sign to a group, you know what I mean? When you sign to a group, when somebody puts you on, you're supposed to get bigger than that guy. That's everybody's dream. That's their
Facts,
dream. Like that's why Eminem fell back to a certain degree because of 50 Cent, Jay-Z,
facts,
Kanye West. You know what I mean? You're
facts.
supposed to be able to fall back after a second. Meek Mill eclipsed Rick Ross. Meek Mill got bigger than Rick Ross, Twiz. I'm admitting it. I think it's a fact. You know what I mean? Um, the game never got bigger than 50 Cent.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
That's just
Definitely
another thing I
didn't,
want
bro.
to point out. It's
He
just another,
definitely didn't.
some people do
50,
say
50, 50 helped his career so much, bro. That little collab right there.
right.
Facts.
That little collab right there put him on track to have a career forever, Twiz.
Exactly. And that's what get held on. That's what's going to he going to have to hold on that forever. And I never heard nobody trying to imitate Game, bro. Like Meek upcoming, bro. We didn't heard numerous rappers going with his style, throwing in his type of ad libs, you know what I'm saying, like the little screaming ad lib he got and all that in between his verses and all of that. So,
Well,
you know,
Twiz, the game's brother, Big Face, used to just if I everybody should remember this if you were really a fan of the game. Big Face used to take the game's raps and he would put them on tapes in between all the songs from the most major artists in the game. Like you would have Biggie and Pac and Jay-Z
Mm-hmm.
and all these big rappers, and then the game would be sprinkled in there.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Yeah, I mean, game was lit at the time where it was like
Um,
people wasn't watching YouTube. You wasn't looking for artists back then. It was
he's on
what they had.
television.
They had the video countdown. So these artists is getting pushed in your face every day, bro.
Twiz. Apex says, I don't want to get too far away from this, but Apex says 50 never allowed Game to outshine him.
You can't
Accurate or no? He gave him 2 big singles.
you can't stop a star from shining.
Okay.
You can't cover a star. If the people want them, they want them.
Okay, we got somebody new in here. Frank Graziano says the game tried to step outside his niche. He tried to change into a puffy glamour rap type, and that ain't what made him lit. Twiz, can you analyze that? Can you answer that question or that statement? Could you comment on it, or do you not really see what he's saying there? I'm struggling to see what he means by the game going into the puffy glamour type.
Yeah, I can't really point out too many songs where he might have been too glamorous. If we going you, I mean, use that word.
And I don't think he's talking about just the initial blowing up of, how we do, going from being on
Hmm.
Certified Gangsters to How We Do. I don't
Hmm.
think that's what he's talking about. But I mean, I think How We Do and Hate It or Love It was the best versions of the game that we ever saw.
It was. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, it was.
Yeah, he looked dope in How We Do. You know what I
He
mean?
did.
The budget was right. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
But all right. So Wack said we talking about numbers. He's been out 10 years and he never headlined his own tour. Why? Because he can't sell tickets. Our homie Big Chuck from Death of the Clout Chaser chimed in. He said, "Did he try before?" Wack said, "You're damn right he tried before. They canceled. It's just is what it is." So what does he do? He comes out and he speaks on something bigger and then him. And the people who are not thinking about it put him right there in the equation. But so before we get into that, into the equation, what do you make of this whole thing of Meek Mill touring? While you answer that, I'm gonna look up and see if Meek has actually done his own tour though, Twiz.
Um, all I know is right now, today, this day and time, Meek is receiving a lot of hate. You know what I mean? He receiving a lot of hate. It been a lot of narratives pushed on him and things outside of music that kind of control the fan base. You know what I mean? Like it's a different day and time where just exactly how Wack putting it. You have a bunch of people that start agreeing like, oh yeah, he right. It was like people counting on his downfall. Like when his last album dropped, bro, you had people predicting that, he ain't gonna do this, he not gonna do that. You got big platforms just, sprinkling all type of salt on him. And they expect him not to talk cocky or talk a certain bro. What rapper that's from the trenches don't? You know what I mean? What people need to realize is it's the reason why Jay-Z deal with Meek, bro. It's the reason why, he got other things going on besides music. Times change, you know what I mean? Meek not no mumble rapper. You know what I mean? Meek is good at what he do. So at the end of the day, fan bases change, and I feel like his music is for certain people, bro. He don't make no too much commercialized music, man. These artists that's winning out here right now today, they can do street stuff, but they can do a lot of commercialized stuff too, bro. And Meek not really commercialized.
So, Twiz, what I'm reading here is that Meek had got out of, I guess Meek had the motivation tour that he was supposed to be doing 15 dates. He had a 15-date motivation tour, but then he also had a tour with Future, the Legendary Nights 2019. And apparently 7 dates for that tour were actually canceled.
Damn.
So, maybe Whack 100 isn't bullshitting on some of this stuff, But
So
also, that's not just a Meek Mill tour, that's a future tour as well.
so let me ask you this. With Meek not having his own tour, let's say he didn't, is that because of him or because of the label he with?
I'm trying to think, when did Meek Mill first sign up with Rock Nation? Because that could be one of the main issues with the fact of what you're saying, why he never had a tour in the first place. And so Meek Mill actually joined forces with Rock Nation in July of 2019. So yeah, boom, right there. July of
Mhm.
2019. What happened 6 months later, Twiz, after July of 2019?
That's when he got booked, right?
Nah, that's when the pandemic happened. There's no
Oh
tour.
yeah, true, true. That's right, right. That's a fact. Yeah,
The
that's a
pandemic
fact.
happened. So 2020, he actually signed. So that might be the answer to your question right there, Twiz, as far as like the label situation, because you got to be with the right people to set up your tour, or else you're going to get a
Fact.
whole situation where people are making all types of bread off for you, and you're going to, people are whatever's happening. But so Meek linking up with Live Nation, I think, uh, Rock Nation, excuse me, in 2019. I thought it was I think it's a good move. Maybe a little late though, Twiz.
True, true. Maybe a little late, but at the end of the day, man, Meek, bro, like Meek always had a nice sturdy fan base. People been tuned into him way more and longer and more consistent than any artist that Wack managed. That's just a fact, bro.
So, Twiz, I want to ask you because someone in the clubhouse said that Meek messed up when he went away from his sound. When he was around Dirk and Little Baby, this guy said he took something from them, like kind of like, vibed with their sound and he was trying to adapt with the new generation. Do you think that's accurate, Twiz, that Meek went away from his sound trying to get towards where the Dirks are and the Babies are and all these guys, the Migos?
Um, I don't think he went too much away from his sound. Certain songs with certain people. I didn't heard a lot of artists, man. Salute, 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 Akeem. I heard a lot of artists that get on tracks with certain people certain ways. I'm not going to say that's what took away from him and all of that, but I am going to say that, like I said, I feel like the things that he fed into and a lot of things besides rap then kind of pushed the whole different narrative on Meek.
All right. So everyone started talking, but then Meek started going back in. Twiz, I'm getting a little reception on your end.
Yeah, I might have to log out and log back in for
All
a
right,
minute because it's my headphones. They just died.
all right, cool. Uh,
All right.
log right back out. All right, a little technical difficulty. We'll get Twiz right back in here, you guys. Brandon, what are you saying that in regard to, bro? I missed the first part of that, so just kind of like fill that in for me. He said, "I'd rather be late to the party than never at the party." Yeah, I want to see what you meant in regard to that so I can elaborate on it. Ooh, Apex said, Brandon, that's my point. When 50 Scene Game was getting big off of the G Unit brand and wanted to work with others, he got rid of him. Try and do it on your own. Yeah, that was a major mistake. That was a major mistake, just because the game wanted to, expand, just because the game had natural relationships with the likes of Nas and Fat Joe and Jadakiss and all the D Block guys, even DMX and shit like that. He wanted to expand, so he could be a bigger artist. And I think that was a major flaw on 50 Cent's end to actually, disregard the game wanting to spread his wings as an artist, trying to keep, because 50 had plans for the game. You know what I mean? I bet you 50 had major plans for the game's next album, but when game went so far left, 50 just had to pull back. You know what I mean? because best believe 50 had plans for the game's next project. Now interesting to note, actually, was Nas on the game's second album? I'm gonna have to say no off the top of my head. Nas doesn't really do too many features like that. I know he did some shit with Ross, but I'm just thinking like I don't think he jumped on his second album. Junior Reed, Real I Am, Nate Dogg, Kanye West, Wiz Beats, Busta Rhymes, Snoop Dogg, Exhibit, The Dog Pound, Jamie Foxx. Nas was on it on Why You Hate the Game. Yep, Why You Hate the Game. Shogi. Let me see. Let me see. Who do y'all got? Meek Mill or the game? I put up a poll. Vote in the poll if y'all want to. Damn, Meek Mill is killing the game right now in the poll. People says the game. It's Bama says I'm back. Where'd you go, bro? Yeah, the only reason I asked that though about the Nas being on the game's second album is because I was wondering like how major their relationship was, like if they were going to be on his next album, if 50 literally wasn't involved. Let's see the One Blood remix. Jones, Snoop, Nas. Okay, a second time Nas was with him. T.I., Fat Joe, boom, right there. So he moved on working with Fat Joe. You see, I respect that. The fact that the game was standing on his, to work with Fat Joe, Lil Wayne, Nori, salute Nori, Jadakiss, boom, right there. Styles P, Fab, Joel Santana, Rick Ross, holy shit. The Dog Pound, WCE40, Bun B, Chameleon, Slim Thug, Young Dro, Clips, and Ja Rule. I'm going to have to go listen to that One Blood. I'm going to have to go listen to that One Blood after this stream tonight, man, just to hear that remix. That must have been what inspired K Slade to do that 50 deep, 110 running. Mac Nation, west of Texas in this country. Meek is game is doper than Meek Mill. Excuse me. Okay, well, vote in the chat, man. Vote in the poll. I got a poll up right now for everybody that wants to vote. Triple Darkness says game will destroy Meek Mill. We'll vote in the poll, you guys. If you don't vote in the poll, nobody's going to actually see the impact that you're making, because right now it's Meek Mill 68%. The game 32%, y'all. Right now, Meek Mill is running shit. Meek Mill is running shit, you guys. I really appreciate everybody tapping into the stream. You know what I mean? We're having a dope ass ill conversation. I wanted to come on a little bit early tonight. We'll be streaming all week though, so make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss live videos, man. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss live videos. I might have a surprise for y'all. All right, let me open it up, man. Hold on, I'm going to bring in a special guest. Guys, we're fitting to do something new. We're about to do something new, you guys. Just stay tuned. I got a little something special coming for y'all. Just give me like 30 seconds. All right, cool. Got that shit pinned. Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Appreciate y'all for tapping in tonight, man. I got something special coming up in just a minute, y'all. I got a special freestyle actually coming in just a minute. I actually did an interview with the group South Strip. Dope ass interview, man. But listen, if you haven't voted in the poll, I want you to vote in the poll right now. Meek Mill, The Game. The Game has 33%. The Game has 33%, y'all. 67% for Meek Mill. Boom, right here. Bel Air Blue, baby. You know I mess with the Bel Air Blue. Yeah, Tyson. Tyson, you were right, bro. You know, I really thought that would have been a major opportunity for Game to have Meek Mill on his album, you know, being that he has like the single with Kanye West right now, a whole bunch of different shit working. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in, Akeem. I'm actually about to bring in a member of the group, South Strip. Let me see if he's ready. Yo, Shogi 2K, what up, bro?
What's going on, fam? What's good, Mikey?
Shogi, man. So everybody watching, I want to introduce Shogi 2K. You may or may not have seen, but I did an interview with Shogi. He's a member of South Strip, but
Hell
Shogi
yeah.
actually spit some bars.
Yeah,
Spit some battle rapping in his past. What do you want to spit for us tonight, though, Shogi? Talk to the people a little bit, man.
Nah, most def, bro. I appreciate you having me and shit, dog. It's very exciting. I appreciate the invite. For real, bro, you kind of caught me off guard, but it's really not an issue. I got whatever you want, dog. I got hella writtens and shit in the tuck that I could pull out. I'm trying to find some shit I haven't put on the track so that, you feel me, you could really give me your opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm about to go get the joint because you had just sent me something. Was that a new record that you put out?
Yeah, so I just dropped a little it's the fast version to my song Distant. I haven't dropped the regular version. See, I'm from South Florida, you feel me? And in South Florida, specifically Broward County, there's a different type of culture there where we speed our music up. You feel me? Whereas you could look over in different southern states, they slow their music down. We like to speed our shit up, you feel me? So I just dropped a new fast version of my song on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Most def, bro.
So
How you been though?
I've been good, man. You know, staying up on these live streams, just staying up on the news. Something new I've been doing is actually watch alongs,
Most def.
interview watch alongs. You know what I mean? Sort of like, you know, how actors and directors would be given the commentary on a movie and shit
Yeah,
like
like
that.
director's cut shit. Yeah.
Yes.
I
So that's
already
what
know.
I'm about, man. But yo, the floor is yours, Shogi, man. We got about 65 people in here right now. So the
Most def.
floor is yours, man.
All right, for sure. Check me out. Listen, I said the wise man once said that trap money don't make real money. Real money don't compensate for your ills, homie. Real money lasts forever in your mind. I got a lot to give. I'ma last forever against time. Got more than a pot to piss and I don't cook with kitchen appliance. I throw rappers in the fire. I've been on since 13. They had my pictures in their files. You can't see what underlies the underlying issue. The issue just be my pride. I never needed tissues. The young boy just hasn't cried since my mama got up, showed me that God was real. She could fly. I'm that eagle in the sky. Ripe and tatted than your mother's Kegel exercise, eating meals with extra fries. They appeal to mass amounts of people feeble with the lies. Papa feeble in that grind. Audemars Piguet on wrist, I still can't tell the time because time been ticking lately. I secure the bag, then it's coming extra chicken gravy. What's good? Where Mikey at, dog? Damn,
That
you
was
can't leave me hanging, bro. What's up? What you think, man?
Nah, bro. I was giving you the floor, man. I was giving you the floor. I wanted everybody. I wanted everybody to see you for a minute.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate that. What you think, dog?
No, that shit was dope. Give us something else. Give us some hard shit though, man. You
All
gave
right,
us
most def.
some like backpacker type shit right there. You know what I mean? Dope ass lyrics. They can hear you, man. I'm putting up a poll right now. Y'all feeling Shogi 2K? It's the simple yes or no. We're
Most def.
we're doing polling right now. If you got something for the people, if you got another 32 for them, hold on. Yeah, yep, exactly. Tyson Garcia says sound like a spoken word. Pretty good.
All right, for sure. Say that. Peep this. You ready?
Yep. All right.
Look,
He's back, y'all.
I said, it's the swaggadocialicious with a bag of potions mixing, chilling at your local telly with them sheets. It's made of linen, asking, baby, can you feel it? Cause you know we bumping soul. But like yesterday was '08. I guess we getting older. Hold up. Remember, I was 7, had to catch the locomotive. Nowadays, I eat the pussy with the beverage like a grown up. Hold up. She asked me, Shogi, why you rap like that? I said, baby, I go crazy when I write these raps. See, I get mighty audacious. When the record stop playing, I feel my chest up with pride. When I know what I'm thinking, homie, this ain't a facade. I push them all to the brink. I just been praying to God. Wonder what he gonna think, or like maybe he don't, or maybe he do. I said I'm rapping in this bitch and I just spit in the booth. Damn, that was off the top, the last part. But yeah, it's a written, bro. You feel me? You put me on the spot, Mikey. What the fuck can I say, brother?
That's what's up. Nah, I just wanted to give you an opportunity, man, to come on here.
Most def. I appreciate the
Let
love,
them know
bro.
what your SoundCloud is and all that, man.
Yeah,
Let them know South Strip information,
yeah, most def. First and foremost, I'm part of 1/4 of a collective called South Strip out here. We're based out of South Florida, Miami-Dade, Broward County. Cool Boy Fresh, Constant, Schwing 215, and me, Shogi 2K. You can find all of our music on all platforms at South Strip. That's the direction south, and strip, like Las Vegas or like strippers. You feel me? So South Strip. My solo music, where you can find me at. You can find me on all platforms as well under Shogi 2K. That's SHOGEE, the number 2K. Shogi 2K. You can find my new song Distant, the fast version, on SoundCloud. If that's not your type of vibe, go check out ZZZ Freestyle. That's on my SoundCloud for everybody, for the hip hop heads and shit like that. But I just wanted to clarify that we do a lot of different types of music within the hip hop genre, but we make sure to keep it to the roots. We make sure to keep lyricism. We make sure to keep authenticity. And most importantly, we make sure to keep the culture alive and well. You feel me? Because we're young bucks coming up. You feel me? So we got to make sure that the essence of hip hop is alive, bro. So once again, Mikey, I appreciate you. You feel me? Letting me on this motherfucker, dog.
Hell yeah, yo, you're the man, bro. Brandon says he wants to hear some gangsta shit, man. You got some gangsta shit for us?
Oh, hold up, cuz I might, cuz you gonna have to give me a second. Let me look. I might, bro. I'm on my Google Docs right now. This is where I keep all my writtens at. Hold on.
Yo, if you're not subscribed to the channel, everybody watching, subscribe right now. But also, I posted the interview with the group South Strip. As Shogi was saying, he's a member of South Strip. Go check out that exclusive interview we did. It's an hour long. It gives you a real in-depth idea of the group.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can find this.
My man Tyson just said. My man Tyson was what did that say? Far Side accent a little?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Far Side. Very big influence for sure. I fuck with the Far Side heavy. My uncle put me onto the Far Side as a young cat. You feel me? So there's definitely some early '90s influence. A lot of Diggable Planets as well, if you're familiar. Let me see if I can find something for you quick, bro.
Yeah, he said 2 joints. Most would have an excuse and won't spit. Keep it up. Keep it up, show.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Most definitely. Fuck. Let me see where I can end it off on, bro. Fuck.
All right, we got 12 votes in the chat so far. 83% say they fucking with y'all.
Okay.
83% rocking with you, man.
Hey, bro. That's more than I expected, to be completely real with you, bro. Everything, any vote's a blessing. So
bang, bro. Player. Let's go. Lights, camera, rapping.
All right, check this out. Look, let me see if I got
you good, man. You good. You killed it,
look,
bro. All right.
I mean, I got some other shit if you want to hear it. Let me see.
You're good. You're Gucci. Do your thing.
All right. It be like boom, boom, let me out. I've been in the dunes running plays routes. 4-5 goons set ablaze on couch. I spend a K on a K when I'm airing them out. No sparing the crowd. The most high fair like where are the clouds? Most don't dare to be proud, but fuck it, I'm paid. I do not compare to you clowns. I cannot compare. I need money right now. Tell your homegirl shut up and pipe down. Pricky got me nervous. I tend to bite down. I'm looking for a purpose. I understand nothing free. So when I pay my dues, who knew you lose when you end up on the news? Folk picking on me. Feeling like the shit. 4 figures, 4 feet. Fee-5, 4 phone while they faking on me. Fuck boys ain't shit like the flaws on beats.
Shogi, man.
Damn,
Okay.
cuz that's all bro. That's all I can find for you, bro.
Shogi, man, I appreciate you for tapping in. So again, just let everybody know how they can contact you on social media if they want to get in touch with you after seeing you right now.
All right, once again, bro, that's Shogi 2K, SHOG 2 E's, the number 2K on all platforms. My group is South Strip. There's a space in between that. You can find us on all platforms. My new song I just dropped literally 30 minutes ago. I don't expect it to do nothing crazy, but you feel me? I respect any type of love shown to it. You feel me? So yeah, man, SHOGEE 2K, the number 2K. Yeah, bro. So that's really it. That's where y'all can find me at, man.
So everybody go to Shogi's page. You know, everybody go hit that up, bring it up in another link and shit, and show his new song some love. You know what I mean? He's just throwing some music out, but also he's a part of a group as well, so you can tap in on Instagram with them as well.
Most
But all you got to do is hit the pinned link. Shogi, man, the people's demonstration said that's more appealing.
Most def, for sure.
Troublesome 2K4 said gang gang.
Yeah, y'all seem like some cool ass motherfuckers, man. Add me on Instagram and shit. If any of y'all play games or anything, I'll be bored in the crib. Let's link up, play some video games or some shit. You feel me? Whatever. But yeah, bro.
Fire. Your percentage actually just went up. We just got another 4 votes.
Okay.
You're up to 88% right now in the poll.
Hey, that's what's up, bro. Hell yeah. That makes me feel good as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even expecting coming on here or nothing, bro.
No, I know, bro. I seen you send me a message and I was like, you know what? Because we do this sometimes with, artists that I know can bring something to the table, my G. So, and you be doing your thing, man. What drop? You got to drop your gamer tag now, though, in case anybody what are you on? PS4? Or,
I'm on Xbox. You can find me on Xbox at Hollyhood space FL, like Hollywood, just the W switch with the H. Hollyhood space FL, or Shogi 2K on any other game. You feel me? I do the computer game and shit too. So
yeah, but really just hit his Instagram DM.
Yeah, hit my Instagram, bro. I talk to everybody. I be bored in the crib, bro. G shit. I work a night job type shit. I'm about to get up off this interview and get ready to go to work. You feel me? Hustle don't stop. But yeah, bro. I appreciate you letting me come up on here, Mikey.
Everybody that follows Shogi right now will probably get that follow back. So go follow him right now.
Yeah, most def. I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna get up out your hair, dog.
Yo, salute, Shogi.
Salute. Everybody have a great night. I appreciate y'all.
Oh, my bad, brother. See you
soon.
Nah,
you straight. Yeah, peace out.
My guy right there. South Strip, Shogi 2K. Salute all the guys, though. Constant, Cool Boy, all the dudes from Florida showing me love, man. Yeah, them are them Florida young boys, actually, man. Them are the Florida young boys, man. But, yo, I'm going to say, if anybody has any last questions before we get out of here tonight, you know what I'm saying? If anybody has any last questions, shoot them my way. Appreciate everybody tapping into the live video tonight, man. I went a little bit early, but, we'll be getting at it all week, man. There's nothing that's going to be stopping us from reporting the news, from jumping in and giving our input. I appreciate my brother SV Twiz. I'm going to throw his Instagram up as well because I appreciate my co-host. He always comes in here and sometimes, all the time, he always be putting shit down. You know what I'm saying? SV Twiz come in here and give that perspective. Next live, Akeem, is tomorrow night. Everybody tune in tomorrow night. We're going live. Go check out my new interviews with Easy the Block Captain if you missed it. Go check out my new interview with Bazaar if you missed it. Also, if you want to check out the Young Bulls from South Florida, South Strip, hit it up in the pinned link. Show some love. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. We'll see you on the next live video.